We'll start with the forward line, losing Shawnee Mack and then Kurt early, wondering where the goals are going to come from, and then your housemate, good old Ricky Henderson, just steps up with 6.
Yeah, it was unfortunate to lose the 2 big boys pretty early. We sort of went into, with a bit of speed up there, and Hendo's got a bit of that, and was fortunate enough to get on the end of a couple that just snuck in. Thought they might have hit the post, but no, he was good. Timmy Mack was good. He chipped in with a few goals. Brodie Martin, who hasn't been up there much, he also, I think he might have kicked 3-3, so he had a bit of it, and it was a real sort of team performance up there. So,
what were the instructions? How did they change when you lose 2 big guys up from the forward line?
Yeah, like I said, it's not ideal because they give so much presence up in the air and at ground level for big fellas. So we couldn't really bomb it in there too much. We had to be pretty composed around the stoppage and work our way. A few extra handballs through the corridor, and then try and hit some of the boys on the lead. Danger. He got hit on the chest a fair bit coming out of full forward there, so it looked alright. So yeah, it worked well for us in the end.
2 rotations down pretty early, but the boys seem to run out the game okay, still outscored the Power in the last quarter. How are you feeling? And it must be pleasing that you're able to finish the game as strongly as you did.
Definitely pleasing to finish the way we did. We had a lot of rotations through the midfield, and having 2 on the pine, doesn't really help too much, but we thought we ran the game out really well, and the boys should be really proud of that and take confidence from it next week.
Big source, Sam Jacobs ended up with 61 hit-outs, I think. He played a lone hand there. It's just a massive effort from him.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Some of the taps, we'll look at them in the review on Monday or Tuesday, and we'll just scratch our head out. He was fantastic, and he gave Tomo, Danger, Stoney, those sort of boys first look at it, and that's all we asked from him, just compete, and I thought he'd done that very well.
Now this week it appeared that you started the game on Travis Boak. Was that the match-up to start with?
Yeah, not so much of a hard tag, I suppose. It's more just a run-with role, and he's a fantastic player. So we have to be very mindful, I suppose, opposition's gun midfielders, and it's more just an accountable midfielder role on him.
You did a similar role last week with Trent Cotchin in the second half after VB went off. How much of that have you done, and how do you find that role? Before
this year I hadn't done a whole heap of it, but sort of really enjoy that role. Playing on the elite players of other clubs, you can sort of pick their brains a bit, and if I take 1 or 2 things from each player each week, it's only going to help me going forward as a midfielder.
Gives you a bit more time in the midfield as well?
Yeah, I really enjoy playing through the guts, so when the opportunities arise, I've got to take them.
And a 58-point win in a showdown, doesn't get much better than that?
We'll enjoy it, we'll keep a lid on it, and rest up and get ready for next week.
Thanks, Matty.